Hello festival goers of the internet, I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I was able to afford Paradise Blue Music Festival, a $2,000 destination event, plus the flight, working just as a cashier. So if you're interested to find out how I was able to afford this majorly expensive festival working an average Joe job, keep it locked, because after the intro, I'm about to tell y'all.
Can I get a year?
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, can I get a year? What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another video. For those of you guys who are new here and do not know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. If you are not following me at a festival day by day, probably following me at a show in New York, Philadelphia, Maryland, Virginia, basically anywhere I go, you guys are coming with me. And if you're not following me at a festival or show, probably sitting with me here at this desk, getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, and any other words of advice I can give to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. In today's video, I'm hopefully going to be able to do that again and share some kind of tips and advice. And this is not going to be a video like a how-to kind of video. It's going to be more of a conversation and me telling a story, and hopefully you guys can kind of gain some tips and advice along the way on how you can save and afford for festivals. But the main reason I wanted to make this video was to just kind of show you guys that it is possible to afford these massively expensive festivals no matter what kind of job you have. People think that I'm this like celebrity and I have all this money from YouTube and shit like that, but I really don't. YouTube is paying me pocket change in comparison to what my actual job pays me. And my actual job pays me, I'm pretty sure, the minimum wage. It's like $15 an hour here in New Jersey. I know it's 15 in New York. Even still, I'm a cashier. I'm nothing fancy, nothing special. I am just a dime a dozen kind of job, and I was still able to make this festival happen. And I wasn't able to do it alone. I had a lot of help from my partner in crime, the Mosh Queen, and she is kind of like the first reason I was able to make this happen, was because she wanted to go more than I did, and she was making better money than me at the time, and I was already in a bunch of debt, and I was like, this was not a smart financial decision for me to make. But then when she kind of pitched it as this vacation getaway incorporated with a festival, you know, it's like we're going to a nice tropical area with a crazy festival incorporated with our favorite music, and it's like, it's again a kind of a once in a lifetime experience. We're going to the inaugural one, who knows if it's going to happen again. So I figured it'd be a crazy experience, a crazy vacation, and some crazy content. So Bree basically said, we're going to buy the 2 tickets on my credit card and you can pay me back, you know, when you can, rather than paying the payment plans, because that's obviously a given. The payment plans, there's no way I'm dropping $17.50 on the ticket right then and there. It was, I believe, 5 payments of $350 for 5 months. So what me and Bree did, we kind of had a little system, was I would pay her half the payment at the beginning of the month and half the payment at the end of the month, and it was on a credit card. So, you know, it would, when the payment, I think it was like the 9th of every month, it wouldn't hit our checking, it would hit the credit card, and then we would just chip away at the credit until we had it paid off. And Bree had her method, I had my method, but on top of that, I also had my own personal bills to pay, and life just always likes to fuck me between tickets and my toll bill and, you know, going to the doctor and this and that, my car repairs and, you know, car insurance, medical insurance. You know, my work does not pay for that, so I'm dishing $200 for insurance, $175 for car insurance, my phone bill. So I had a bunch of shit to pay for on top of this $350 a month. So I was definitely feeling it, and it probably was around December, like the holidays, when I was just feeling it the most. And I pretty much had like an epiphany moment, and I said, you know what, I gotta buckle down, and I have to kind of like, something's gotta give. I gotta change my spending habits. I have to cut my budget or something, because I was just feeling so tired of working 40 hours as a part-timer and then feeling like I had no money. I was like, yo, where is it all going? I knew where it was going, but it sucked, you know, being like, oh, I'm broke, I have no money, I'm like buying dollar meals to fucking eat, you know what I'm saying? And like some days I wasn't even eating, you know, I was just like that determined and hungry to kind of save my money. And you know, again, it comes kind of like, you know, you have to think ahead into the future, and like right now it kind of sucks, but when I'm in Cancun sipping on a fucking, I don't even know what I'm gonna be sipping on, but I'm gonna be sipping on something on the beach, listening to Excision, and it's gonna be fucking lit, and I'm gonna be like, all those fucking hours at the grocery store, busting my ass behind the couch, not even busting my ass, just being bored, watching the fucking paint dry for 8 hours a day will pay off, you know? And so that is kind of like the first thing. You just have to have that like mentality of like, don't think about it now, think about it later, and all of this work is going to pay off. And I definitely made a lot of sacrifices as well, and that was another thing too, is like I had this epiphany moment, like I kind of said, and I was just like, all right, I'm done spending extra money, I'm about to save crazy. And once you go into this crazy save mode, it kind of becomes like a lifestyle almost. And then when you're used to that lifestyle, spending money or saving money becomes very easy, and not spending money becomes easy as well. So I basically said, I'm about to stop spending money. I'm not going out. I'm going to live under a rock. I'm going to go home, and I'm just going to make content, because making content is free. DJing is free. Live streaming is free. So it was kind of a win-win situation, because I would go to work, not spend money. I would make money. Then I would come home and just go to my computer and not spend money and make content that was growing the brand. And, watching the brand grow, it kind of motivates me to keep working harder and keep working. And like every night, bro, I'd come home from work, still in my uniform, in my jacket even, and just right to my computer and be working on music or videos or reels or anything for the brand. And it was fun. And it was nice to know I was not spending money. And one of the biggest things that really kind of that made a difference was when I stopped buying weed. It sounds really kind of crazy, because if you know me, I'm like an everyday smoker multiple times a day, but $100 a week for a half was just not on the budget at the time, because that $100 could have been going to my bill. And I was like, that's a big chunk of change to be taken out of your check. Thankfully, I get paid weekly. So that was, again, what was very motivating to me, is that I could chip away at these debts quickly, as opposed to getting a 2-week paycheck and then, having to kind of worry about when I was getting paid next. So all I have to do is make it 6 days from when I get paid. I can do that. And so basically what I've been doing is every week I get paid, I dish out a payment to Bree, a payment to my dad. I'm always paying off that debt or that bill for my car, my phone, the festival. And, of course, life also has to come in there and fuck me sideways sometimes. So some weeks I only had like $50 to live. You know what I'm saying? But like that wasn't hard with the lifestyle I was living, because it was go to work, which is like a 5-minute drive, and then go home, which was a further 5-minute drive. So I'm not spending money on gas. I'm not spending that much money on food, because I work at a grocery store. So I was able to come up on the deals, and like I could always kind of buy a cheap meal, cup of noodles or whatever. And I was always picking up on the sales. You know what I'm saying? I would stash snacks in my locker so I wouldn't have to go spend $10 at the hot food bar. I would bring lunch from home, $2 meals, freezer meals, whatever. And again, not the most lavish lifestyle, but these are things that I was willing to do to save money, because again, if it wasn't paying off these debts to my dad and the Easy Pass bill and the doctor and the mechanic and all this other shit that I had to pay off, it wouldn't have been so drastic, and I wouldn't have been making so many sacrifices. But that is probably one of the biggest things in order to save and afford for festivals, is you're gonna have to sacrifice, and you have to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm not gonna smoke weed, and then I had to be disciplined and continue to not smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta tell yourself you're gonna do it and actually do it. You can't just say you're gonna do it for 1 week and then like cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna spend a little bit here, a little bit there. Like, no, you have to fully commit. And once you commit, like I said, it becomes a lifestyle. And then not spending money becomes easy, because you're so used to that routine, that kind of cycle. That has really kind of helped me, and now I'm excited to get past these debts and not be paying for my flight, and really be focusing on like personal things to get me up out of this hole and out of the house, hopefully. So yeah, it was definitely a wild ride financially, because especially during the holidays I was just so down, and now it just kind of feels nice to be more productive, and I feel like I'm just doing more with my time, because I used to just be in this lifestyle of go to work, come home, and then I would just smoke and relax and watch TV, and like I don't find anything wrong with that. Like, everybody has the way of unwinding, and that's what I would do. But when I was doing it for 4 hours a day, just kind of doing nothing, I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm relaxing. I just spent my whole entire day working, and now it's time to enjoy my personal time. But my personal time wasn't really benefiting me, and now that I'm spending that time after work making content, it's kind of lighting a fire under me to make more, because I'm seeing the results. The more you put in, the more you get out, and I'm seeing that, and it's just been a nice kind of give and take. Like, I'm sacrificing my personal life, my social life, but I'm seeing the rewards on like the brand side of things for the channel and the festival Finesser. So that was really all it kind of took, was just a lot of self-discipline, a lot of sacrifices. Like I said, I wouldn't go out. I was really kind of like, is it going to cost me money? And, I would work like 6 days a week, and the 1 day a week I had off was to go to a show, and I would go to that show and not spend money at the bar. I would spend like $6 on a pregame, for my pre-drinks, spend nothing when I go out, and all I've really been smoking on are these little disposable Delta 8 pens. You can get them at a smoke shop. But yeah, all in all, I wanted to make this video again to show you guys that it is possible, and I'm sorry that there weren't any like secret hacks or tips and tricks that really kind of could help you. This was again more of a story, and hopefully hearing my story can show you that it is possible to afford these majorly expensive festivals, whether it's Lost Lands that's going to cost you $500 or Paradise Blue that's going to cost you $2,000. It is possible. There are payment plans, and there are different types of payment plans, and even still, again, I was fortunate enough to have a credit line. And again, my credit line wouldn't even cover it. Like, I have a credit card, but it's only a $500 max. I have to give a major shout out to the Mosh Queen for holding me down. I hope we didn't fuck up her credit. I hope she was, you know, like, we were both struggling. That was the hard part, was to be like, I'm struggling, but I know you're struggling. I have to give you the money that I owe you so that you can be out of the struggle. But now I'm in a deeper struggle. And bro, there was a time where I was just like, I'm in 6 financial holes. And I don't know which one to dig myself out of first, because I just felt like I was in so deep. But now that I am approaching the end of the tunnel and I basically have like 2 or 3 more payments, I can have those done in 2 or 3 weeks. And then I can focus on the personal issues and, you know, get the bills all caught up. And then hopefully I can kind of start saving money to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, so again, if you're in a similar situation like me and you are working as a cashier or a dime a dozen job, it's not impossible to go to these bougie festivals. You really just have to buckle down, set a goal, and you know, set some limitations, and you have to definitely curb your lifestyle a little bit. There's no way I would have been able to go to Paradise Blue if I was living the way I was living before. You know, $100 a week on weed, $70 a week on food. And no, you know, now I basically spend like $20 on food for the week, and I just have little bowls like a microwave at work and stuff like that. And you know, I come home and eat meals. I'm just like y'all. I am not no famous celebrity making mad money. You know, I live at a house with my parents still. You know what I'm saying? Like, not proud to say that, but I can totally see people in the comments being like, why are you such a child? You still live at home. You should get your priorities together. But like, honestly, I am more than content with where I am. I am not getting kicked out. I have a couple years to get my shit together, and my parents told me that. So we're both on, you know, common understanding of where I'm at and what's going to be happening in the future. And I feel like I'm going to be more than fine when that time comes. And right now I'm just kind of building up, trying to save and preparing for that moment. And I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of my friends have moved out and they got jobs and careers and this and that. But I feel like I'm doing cool shit. I'm chasing my dreams in the background. And I feel like a lot of my friends just kind of gave up. And they said, you know what, like, it's not happening. And I'm just going to bite the bullet and, you know, take the easy way out and just get a 9-to-5 at an office, sit at a desk all day. And you know, I might stand behind a cash register all day, but on my weekends, on my summers, when I have that availability off, again, I'm a part-timer still. I have not had a full-time job ever since I've been working. It's always been part-time, so I could do the festival stuff and the music stuff on the side, outside, on my weekends, and that kind of lifestyle is something that I'm not going to give up for a job, unless it is a job that is going to be a dream job. And the dream job is working at those festivals and shit. So for me to keep going or for me to stop going is going to hurt me. If I feel like if I keep going and just keep working and keep grinding, eventually something's got to give. And someone's going to find out about me or give me a chance, an opportunity, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to fucking slam dunk that shit. And I'm going to fucking take it home, and we're going to just open up a whole new door of the festival Finesser and content and video and shooting for artists and capturing tours. And like, that would be the end goal, the ideal goal. The dream is to just be a festival videographer, not just a content creator, but that official industry videographer title, following DJs on tour, that personal like Keizo, Ty Barch, Schloated Gabe, Riot 10 kind of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Those just like, they always got their fucking photographer by their side, and it's like exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So if anyone's on the come up and you need a videographer, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to capture your life as I've been capturing mine. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope you guys found this video a little bit inspiring, maybe motivational, maybe helpful. Maybe you gathered some stuff, and sometimes you just gotta hear someone else do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it sounds very cliche. Oh, you gotta make some sacrifices. You gotta stop buying this. You gotta stop going out. But to hear someone actually do it, it's not that bad. It's not that hard. And, you know, it's going to pay off in the future. And I promise you, I'm going to make sure that Paradise Blue is 100% worth it. And even though it's already $2,500 deep you know, as an expense between the ticket and the flight, I'm probably still going to end up spending like another $500 there, because I want to make sure that my time there is enjoyable, and I'm not living there like a wook. I'm trying to live there like a bougie, glamping son of a bitch. You know, I can't believe I just said that, but that's the vibe I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to continue to grind. I'm still going to continue to save. So when that time comes for Paradise Blue, I'm comfy, and I don't got to worry about nothing, and I can leave my paycheck at home because I just got money in the bank. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. There will be more Paradise Blue content coming, you know, as the event gets closer. But right now, like I said, we have the ticket paid off. We have 3 more flight payments. The flight is booked. It's paid for. I gotta pay those 3 payments to Bree, and then we are in that bitch. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, useful, let me know in the comments. If you think it was stupid, let me know in the comments as well. But be nice about it. And if you guys have any stories to share similar, how you guys afforded the event, let me know. I'm sure people in the comments would love to see other experiences. And, you know, let's make it into a community. You know what I'm saying? A little forum, chat room. I don't even know another word. A bulletin board of posts. And yeah, just to kind of see other stories of people that were doing similar things, all for the same reason, to have that fucking crazy epic experience out in Cancun with Excision and the rest of those headbangers. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you for the next one soon. Peace.